know there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I'll be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know you.
Hello, welcome everybody. So let's start with a new Legacy of Fire update log. First of all, the season units. 4 new units will be available, and the seasonal bonuses are require less than leadership, and the cost is reduced by the resupply cost is reduced by 50%. The first one is the Doctrine Warflame, mainly a mid-range grenade, low defense, and a lot of resupply unit. Great against armored units and stationary units as well. Second, we have the Barcia Nathan Guard, fuel type unit, requires to be resupplied, mid-range, tier 5, high damage. Then we have the Loyal Guard. Pretty much is an evolution of the Spear Guards, although you're not going to lose them. You're going to have both troops available. This is the higher tier 1, so basically they are better than the Spear Surgeons. Then we're going to have the Expedition Knights. Very powerful unit, the most important of the season. Can attack and defense at the same time. Made a previous video about it. If you didn't look at it, just have a look. Hero balance and changes improvements. Bow. Changes. The bow with attacks will hit enemy will restore a certain amount of stamina, with headshot restoring a greater amount. When aiming with the bow, the stamina bar will be replaced on the right side of the crossbar, so you can see it over there. Rework the marksman skill, enter state of focus, becoming one with your bow. The next non-charge shot would within 50 seconds will grant the effect of having been fully charged up. An effect will display with the UR prompt while aiming. That one over there. Improve hit checks. That's all the bow that we have for today. Short bow mechanic changes. Each first shot will be more powerful, dealing increased piercing damage and having more stable trajectory. Hitting a target will also grant a stack of armor piercing. Improve the EU, adding EU display for number stacks currently you have, and improve the roll animation for melee character while wielding a short bow. Reduce the blunt damage multiplier for melee attacks and adding some more bonus blunt damage. Other balance changes. Improved animation when heroes are down. Resolve the bug where the short sword and shield skill shielded charge will be knocked down enemies when it shouldn't, and resolve the bug where Warhammer skill combat grapple where enemy heroes could still be grabbed while behind enemy soldiers. Unit changes. Adjust the range of spear type units in brace formation. Basically the issue that they had is that they would do little to no damage when close in combat, and that's going to be changed to give them more range and more damage. So the unit's effect is going to be the Village Watchman, Lance Pikeman, Pike Militia, Imperial Pike Guards, and Force Battery Pikeman. Fire and burn mechanics. Obviously before that there was a lot of fire immune units, which pretty much they wouldn't be affected by fire at all. And then on top of that, hero can just roll and reduce the fire damage that you receive. The burn debuffs will no longer be burning or not burning, but it can be stacked potentially. If a hero unit is attacked by fire, they will take minor damage as well as damage over time. Once they have been targeted with repeatedly fire attacks, the damage over time will intensify, dealing massive damage to set them ablaze. The previous fireproof and fire resistant, the previously fireproof will be changed to fire resistant. The fire resistant unit will be capable of withstanding a great amount of fire attacks before being set ablaze. Natural, after the hero is ablaze, they can roll to do the burn effects out. They will be more difficult to set fire damage or to set ablaze while it's raining. So the new fire and burn mechanics are absolutely changed. Strategy improvements. This is the most important one. The way that it works, like you put control, then you click on it, and the units will go to hill, the same way we do with the siege tower or with any other possibility, which is really good because it's going to reduce massively the time that it takes to heal your units. Minimap underground, you will be able to see when you're underground just the underground bit, which is going to be a lot more useful than seeing the rest of the map. Very good. The new region, Bartolia, you're going to have trade posts and so on. I'm going to discuss about a few images and videos about the new maps. Very important. Territory war changes. Very important to note that the Barons War will run through the 3rd of October to the 12th of October. During this time, military exercise will be running as normal as territory wars. We'll be able to in Lianglium and Uberija, but not in Baholia or the borderlands. Caught in Danger would run between the 12th of October to the 26th of October. During the time we have normal territory wars in Lianglium, Uberija and the borderlands, whereas a special Eclipse exercise will be available in Baholia at a certain time. During the Eclipse exercise, all fields of the region will be available, and if players occupy certain fields during this time, they will occupy it once the exercise ends. Unoccupy it once the exercise ends. With the other fields once again falling into hands of the NPCs. World in Chaos will run from the 26th of October to the November 9th. During this time, normal territory wars will be available in all regions. I am the King. The king will run from the 9th of November to the 23rd of November. During this time, battles for safe zones in Lianglium and Uberija will be available. Territory war will be temporary and available in Barholia. War of the Throne will run from the 23rd of November to the 7th of December. During this time, territory war will once again be available in Bahoria. During this phase of balances will meet Criterius may assault the occupied Constantinople, which is the new Conqueror city. For safe zones. During the season, battles to claim the safe zones, I am the King phase. Alliances that meet Criterians may declare war against safe zones. At the end of the season, should the alliance have captured a safe zone, if they meet Criterians, the liege of the ruling house will be granted the title of king and receive entire rewards. Alliances that manage to capture a safe zone made during the War of the Throne phase can declare war against Constantinople. So very important to capture safe zones in order to attack Constantinople. Battle of Constantinople with a new region that meets them, the eternal glory changes. They receive touch of hegemon, which must no longer occupy Conqueror city, but occupy the western bastion of Constantinople. The Battle of Conqueror city will be unavailable during the season, and it will be instead focused on Battle of Constantinople, which is much like Conqueror city. Declaring war against Constantinople is required to meet a few criterions. You must occupy a certain number of fields within Bahoria, or the possession of a safe zone. At the end of the season, you should meet the criterions. The liege of the ruling house who occupy the Constantinople will be granted the title of hegemon and receive special hegemon attire. Commanding house promotion improvements. Alright, during the previous season, states various fronts have defected the territory war experienced at large. By declaring against capturing small fields or camps, houses may gain influences in this area. House with the highest influence will become the house in command. If two houses have the same influence, the house that first declare war will be the ruling house to do the war. Creating ruler flags or field camps. Creating a ruler's flag gives you tons of influence, and it can only create one per area. Field camps grant a small amounts of influence in the area, and no matter how many camps house you build in the area, they can only influence one at a time. Occupying small fields requires a functioning fields area, mainly include resource sites, trade posts and harbors. Field grants a different amount of area depending on the size. The types of quantity of small fields will also differ for towns, forts and villages. The battles of small field will be the same as field camps 15 by 15. During territory war, the ownership of the small fields set apart from fiefs. During the fief, you now grant you ownership of small fields in the area. Once territory war has ended, the ownership of small fields will fall into the house of the fief. Which is very confusing, but that's pretty much how it is. So the house can destroy field amount of the area, corresponding amount of influence will be deducted. So if they conquer your stuff, you get deducted your influence, pretty much. The big change is this one. This is the big change. So you're going to have half an hour preparation when the territory begins, from 9:30 to 7 to 7:30, and then from 7:30 to 8 o'clock you can attack. During this time, only small fiefs and camps can be contested for. So very small fiefs and camps can be attacked between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Cities, forts and villages cannot be contested for during this time. Commanding house duration. Once the preparation is over, the house will have influence in the area, take command over the first territory fief battle. The house with the highest influence in the area will assure command in the following battles. So this is very important. Improve territory maps in Australia and North Visions. We're going to get a brand new few of them really good maps. Tutorial improvements, pretty much they're going to give them a lot more, and there's going to be a hero path at some point that will give you challenges to go on, especially for the new ones. So you have bravery, faith, justice and strategy. That is the big 4 ones. Obviously you get bit by bit. Seasonal doctrine changes. They're changing the doctrines to season 1s because some of them they were the same as the actual doctrines. So they're going to give them multipliers depending on what doctrines you have available. Doctrines will not be available to daily cases, the daily quests as well, which is pretty important. And they will make them skin align with the existing doctrines. Legacy and fire changes. No, legacy or fire. So the challenges is pretty much going to be giving you the ability to get your new lords and so on. It's 10 weeks worth of weekly challenges for season 4, with each fully completed galactic 3 weeks. The seasonal units, like we said, is the Bunkers, Wildfire units, the Loyal Guard, Expedition, and so on. Promotion will be gain appearances for the new training tree. And in the season, the Warlords will compete against challenges to promote Men-at-Arms, Expedition Knights, and Spear Sergeant Loyal Guards. Pretty much what I said at the beginning. Title and title rarities in the new season. We have changed how title works. We improve how they're displayed. We also added rarities of titles with the prices changing depending on the rarity. And what's more, we added description of the title obtaining is after you one missing. Battle wire broadcast. When a warlord performs a fear of strength upon the battle, you're going to be told, for example, if you have 3 kills without being killed, you're going to be triple kill and be broadcasted to all allies and enemies, which is going to be really cool. Imagine just going to the film and be like, triple kill. And that's pretty much the biggest changes of the season. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.